Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign. We're back in Infinite Lagrange today for the patch notes for this week. I missed the patch notes last week, but there wasn't much of anything going on. They just added some descriptions for the weapons on the blueprint screen to give you descriptions of critical interception capability and the attacks against primary weapons from some of the modules. Everything else is just pretty much some functional stuff. Some descriptions have been updated, so I didn't feel the need to actually do a video on that. But this week we have an addition that's actually pretty interesting, number 2 on the list, but we'll go through what so basically they've optimized the performance of descriptions for some blueprints. They added new attributes for the damage frequency of iron cannons, how many times an iron cannon does damage in a single attack, etc, etc. They've done the same for the Strix A100. They've optimized the display of anti-aircraft support range for weapon systems and the display of duration attribute for energy weapons by adding the unit seconds, so it gives you a little bit more information when you're actually looking at the stat screen. Now number 2 is that they've optimized the display of ship info in the tactical view. Now that was quite an interesting one. You can now check the strategies and skills used in combat and status of ships in evasion mode on fleet formation panel. So you can actually see when abilities are being started, when they're being used, and when they run out. So you can have better decisions when you want to actually run away if something goes wrong, or blah blah blah. And if you're starting to do more damage, if you know that one of your strategies is about to come up, that'll definitely be a bigger bonus when you're actually fighting in there. Now we don't know exactly how it's going to work until the actual game updates. It doesn't say that it's not going to update unless it's a brand new server or a new season, so we should see this on other servers as well, on our current servers. They've optimized the alert of the Galactic Faction and Privateer fleet operations in the Galactic event chapters, the Privateer Secret Meeting and Rising Storm. They added new quests issued by Space Cities. They got some bug fixes on there. They fixed an issue where the damage caused by an aircraft was counted to its carrier with the aircraft combat performance unchanged, which still means that some of the anti-aircraft stuff, when people were using the excuse that the fighters and the corvettes, their stuff was being transferred over to the carrier instead of being an individual, that really doesn't count, because even the carriers still did a really small amount of damage, and so did the fighters and corvettes. So I'm not sure what that's going to change personally, but I'm not a fan of the fighters and corvettes, especially at this moment in time. There are people that really do love them, but it's just not my cup of tea. They fixed an issue where the related attributes of the previous weapon systems were wrongly counted to the displayed firepower stats of a super capital ship after switching a new weapon system for it. The ship's combat performance unchanged. So when you actually change over to the different weapon type, it wasn't showing on the stat screen. It's just some fluff fixes there. It's just to make sure that you'll be able to see exactly what's going on. They fixed an issue that caused the invalid NT-UAV anti-aircraft system of the Eternal Storm. Not 100% sure what that means. Maybe you can let me know in the comments if people who are using the Eternal Storm. I still haven't unlocked it yet. I still haven't unlocked any energy ships except for the bloody Mare Tranquillatus, which is actually pretty decent, but I would love an IO, I would love an Eternal Storm, I would love some sort of energy ship. Just give me something, a Taurus, anything. They fixed an issue where some of the aircraft, including the CV-11003, the light corvette, the Red Beast, the missile corvette, the Nebula Chaser, couldn't attack enemy aircraft properly. So I'm hoping this is going to be a massive change. This is actually going to do a lot of help for those guys who are using carriers, especially in the late game, for us to be able to defend against the fighters and corvettes that they throw at you. So hopefully they finally fixed the anti-aircraft. We'll have to see how that is when the update comes in. They fixed an issue where the ship HP, cruising speed and warp speed didn't display correctly on the corresponding armor system propulsion systems, with these systems' actual performance unchanged. And they fixed an issue where the enhancement effects of for armor, energy shield, cruising speed, warp speed and ship HP couldn't display correctly on some armor system propulsion systems, blah blah blah. Performance unchanged. Now the two big things here we have is the being able to check the display of the strategies and the skills used in combat, and also the fix for the anti-aircraft on some of the corvettes and on some of the corvettes that we've got going on here. So hopefully we'll now see some more AA damage, at least for those 3 types that they've said in here, and hopefully there's some more fixes later on, because there's definitely something wrong there. So that's basically all we have for this week's patch notes. I will be doing these once a week when they do come up. I apologize for missing last week. I was very busy with the kids and stuff. There was a lot of stuff going on at home where kids weren't at school, so I had to look after them all day, and I wasn't able to get a lot of stuff going. The only videos that I could put out were videos that I pre-recorded before and had scheduled, but the kids are back at school now, so I will have more time. I will be doing a video over the next coming days on comparing the season 3 ships, the season 3 specific ships that have come out this last season compared to what we already have. There's some news that I have regarding the season specific ships. So the 3 ships that you got in season 2 are only available in season 2, and the ships you get in season 3 are only available in season 3. Those ships like the Jaeger, etc., are not available in the season 3 boxes. So that's something I'll go into a little more detail about later. I want to thank you all for watching. Remember to like and sub if you haven't already. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.